What's up YouTube, Dad here for Zephyr Games. We're here with Joe, and Joe is bringing us an updated Link Ready Red Dragon Archfiend deck. So good. Take it away.
Right, so to start off with, I play the obvious free red resonator. It's pretty much your best resonator except for this upcoming one, which is Synchron. So red resonator on normal summon, you can special summon a level 4 or below monster from your hand, and when it's special summoned you can target a monster on the field and gain life points equal to its attack. And Synchro resonator, if you control a synchro monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if it's sent from the field to graveyard, you can add a resonator from your graveyard to your hand, and that includes when it's used for synchro summon. These are the ones you're going to be going into the most and get you into your Red Dragon Archfiend plays and your Red Dragon evolutions. Though we do play 2 chain resonators on normal summon. If you control a synchro monster, you can special summon any resonator from your deck. So the most common play you'll be doing is normal. When you have a Red Dragon Archfiend in play, normal chain gets you the red resonator. Red resonator will now give you 3,000 life points by targeting Red Dragon Archfiend. Then you can synchro red resonator and Red Dragon Archfiend into Bane, and then Bane contribute the chain and get you back Red Dragon Archfiend from the graveyard. And because it's revived, it will go into the main monster zone instead of the extra zone. So the thing with Red Dragon Archfiend is that they don't actually need to go into link summons, because the way that the dragons operate, mostly through Bane, you can just play normally, because Bane's just going to revive all your past Red Dragon Archfiends, and you're just going to revive your Red Dragon Archfiends through other means, and you're just going to go into the one Red Dragon, blow up something, attack. If it dies, it's fine. Go into another Red Dragon, maybe evolve it, and go off from there. So to round up the resonators, I play 2 darks and a flare, because I'm playing the Symphonic engine in this deck. It's just an engine I've just been messing around with a lot of decks at the moment, and it suits this deck so well. It suits Red Dragon Archfiend so well, because one of the issues I've had in the past is that I want to summon more than one resonator a turn. I want to summon red resonator, go into the Red Dragon Archfiend. I want to summon chain after that and evolve myself. So evolve the Red Dragon Archfiend, you could say. So the Symphonics actually do quite well, and with the mics being a level 5, I wanted to play the level 3 ones, and this is a ratio I quite like. Dark Resonator, at worst it's a nice little set and protection. It needs to be killed twice. But also Flare Resonator. I'm playing the 1 Flare Resonator because if it's used for synchro summon, that monster gains for an extra 300 buff points of attack. So you can turn your Scarlight into a 33, which means that now Scarlight can pop everything that's 33 or below, which is really, really nice. Rarely comes up, but it's just that nice little option. Turns your Abyss into a 35, which means it can get over a lot more things easily. And it turns your Bane into a 38, so makes him even more of a beat stick. So Flare Resonators is a really, really nice option for the deck. And those are the Resonators. 2 red wargs, just because we're not based on the level 6 and level 2 engine anymore, though we're more based on the level 5 engine with level 3 tuner. But it's still that nice little option to have if you open up the 2 reds, Red Resonator and Red Warg, you then go into a nice, easy, simple level 8 synchro. So it's still just a nice option, but I just want to play it too because I don't want to clog too much with it. A nice little engine as well is the Magical King Moonstar and the 1 TG Warwolf. If I had a 3rd Magical Moonstar, which I swear I did, but I've misplaced it somewhere, I'd play 3. But at the point in time, TG Wolf is actually quite nice. Because not only do we go with a level 3 tuner, level 5 monster, and a level 2 tuner, and a level 6 monster, but we do go to level 2 tuner and 2 level 3 monsters, which is actually quite consistent and quite easy to pull off. And these are the best ones to go into. Magical Moonstar, if you control a tuner, you can special summon it from your hand, and then you can copy a monster's level in the graveyard. So It's actually quite nice if you have a red warg in your graveyard, which we do have many ways to get red warg into the graveyard. You can copy red warg and make him a level 6, and then go off from there with your level 2 red resonator. Or if you normal summon dark resonator or flare resonator, you can special summon Moonstar and copy a level 5 in the graveyard and go off from there. So Moonstar is actually really flexible in this deck. It's a really nice option. Its only neg is that you're locked into dark synchros that turn. It can only be used for synchro summon of a dark synchro, but that's fine because we're a Red Dragon Archfiend deck, so we're going to level 8 dark synchros anyway. The TG TG Warwolf feels a similar need to Moonstar, but mostly if you have a level 3, which is either Moonstar or Symphonic Guitar, that you summoned off on a red resonator, you can special summon TG Warwolf from your hand if you special summon a monster that turn. So it just gets you that extra 3 that you need to go into your level 8 synchros. So those. Then Symphonic Engine, I play 3 guitars and 3 mics. I have been sometimes wanting to drop mics to 2, but at the moment this ratio is just doing really nicely for me. The guitar fulfills now 2 needs in this deck, both being a pendulum scale to summon mics from the deck for the additional normal summon and the level 5 material that we need, but also being a level 3 that we can special summon off red resonator to then summon either our Moonstar or TG Warwolf and go into our Red Dragon Archfiend that way. As well as not only that, but you can normal guitar itself anyway and get back one of these 2 from your graveyard and go into a synchro play from there if you have to. You can then go guitar, ditch, get back mics, and the mics gives you the additional normal summon after. And again, as I just said, mics is only in here for being level 5 material for our synchro plays, as well as giving us the additional normal summon that we need. And then the 1 Max C again, in most of all of my decks, Max C is in there for the draw power and consistency. Spells and traps now. 3 resonator calls, such as all the resonators that we need. 1-for-1 search gets out our chain resonators and synchron resonators, mostly our synchron resonator. 3 allure, because we play a lot of darks in the deck, so them being synchron resonator, dark resonator, Moonstar, Warwolf. Those are all the darks that we play, and we play multiple copies of those, so we don't mind having to banish one for a bit of consistency. 1 Return of the Dragon Lords. Red Dragon Archfiend is a level 8 synchro himself, so level 8 dragon, so we can then, if we've made one, it's been won over, we can then play Return, get that red dragon back, goes into the main monster zone, and if they try to pop it, Return can save it, as well as all the evolutions of Red Dragon themselves. Soul Charge, because Soul Charge is busted in this deck. If you've made a Bane, the Bane's gone over, you can then play Soul Charge, get Bane can get back something else, and then just flood the board with Red Dragon Archfiends. And yeah, they can't attack, but if you revive a Scarlet, you can then Scarlet pop and maybe even kill them from there. Dark Holders can be a Regeki if you want to. And for back row play, I play 2 MSTs and a Scarlet Security. Now this is, to me, this is the same mentality as our friend Dale plays with his Dark Magicians, where he plays 2 MSTs and a Dark Magic attack. The monster that this is needing is so easy to bring out in the deck itself that the requirements to have it is barely anything at all. Yeah, Dale can search his Dark Magic attack because we can't search Scarlet Security. But if we do have Scarlet Security and we've made our Red Dragon Archfiend, you can then just play Scarlet Security, wipe the back row clean, which is what Red Dragons fear the most, especially battle traps, and then you can just safely go with your plays. And there's so many ways to get Red Dragon Archfiend out. You can synchro it normally, revive it, all that stuff. So Scarlet Security is a really nice personal tag of mine that I just wanted to try out, and it's been doing quite well. Those are the spells. And then in the traps, I play 1 warning, 2 back to the fronts, and a synchro call. Warning is standard, just stops everything in this format at the moment. Back to the front, we want to have a nice little revival play, resurrection in this deck, get back our Red Dragon Archfiends to go into our Abysses and our Banes and even our Novas and so on and so forth. So we just want to get our monsters back, not have the risk of being stopped with like MST if we're playing Call of the Haunted instead. But Synchro Call is actually really nice tech in this deck. So what Synchro Call does is you can target a monster in your graveyard, special summon, but it has its effects negated, if any. And if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one Dark Dragon or Fiend, synchro using only monsters you control as synchro materials, including the summoned monster. So basically what this means is this is an instant Nova, Bane, or Abyss, or even Red Dragon itself. So you revive probably either Red Dragon, mostly Red Dragon Archfiend in the graveyard, and if you have a Resonator on the field, and you'll have a Resonator on the field. If you have Synchro, you can revive Red Dragon Archfiend, go into the Abyss. If you have Red, you can go into the Bane. And if you have a combination of Synchron, Chain, Red, or Dark Resonator, or Flare, you can go into Red Nova Dragon. It's a really nice trap. It's pretty much your third copy of Back to the Front if you want to, but I like a 1-tech copy of this. It's just so good. And unstoppable, you could say in theory it's an unstoppable 1-turn synchro, because unless they negate the activation, your summon's going off. They can't stop it because it's mid-effect. So that's the deck, extra deck. 1 Red Nova Dragon is your big boss monster, though this can be either Tyrant or Calamity. But I like to play one of these. I'm either playing one of these because they're your strongest red dragons, they're the highest red dragons, and they require the most to summon. Mostly they all require 2 tuners. So I like to have the mentality of I'm playing one of these and it's whatever I'm in the mood to. And at the moment I'm in the mood for Red Nova Dragon, but any of these are playable. 1 Bane, I don't want to play more than 1 Bane. 1 Bane is all you need, so unless the summon's being negated, even if it goes to the graveyard, I can just revive it and I've got a constant monster reborn. Pretty much a Darkness Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal. 2 Abyss is the one you're going into the most. It's pretty much your best Red Dragon Archfiend synchro, except the Red Dragons themselves. It just negates anything on the field, and if it battles and does damage, you can revive a tuner from your graveyard, as well as Bane. If he battles and does damage, you can revive a tuner from your graveyard and 1 from your deck. So these are just like your ways to evolve into the next. For the Red Dragons, I play a ratio of 2 Scarlights, 1 Hot Red and 1 Plain Red Dragon, or Classic Red Dragon you could say. Scarlight's your best one. It destroys all special summon monsters. It burns your opponent for 500 for each. It's just generally your best one, and its name can be treated as Red Dragon Archfiend, which is important because then you can use Scarlight to go into Nova Dragon. Hot Red just pops all attack mode monsters and is the only one that can attack that turn. But he clears the most from than Scarlight, but he's got a lock where Scarlight doesn't. And I like the 1 Classic Red Dragon Archfiend just because it's got sentimental values to me personally, and it's just my personal choice, but this can be Beals or anything else that you want. But I like the 1 Red Dragon Archfiend because it's just, again, sentimental value. The 1 Crystal Ring as well to round up the level 8 Synchro Dragons, or level 8 Synchros in general, 1 Crystal Ring for that negation. For 7s, I play Black Rose Moonlight and Chaos King Archfiend. Moonwise, Black Rose Moonlight, other than Clearing, is probably the best level 7 in the game. In terms of synchros, it just bounces stuff. Chaos King Archfiend is my personal choice, as well as it's also a target for Synchro Call if we have to. But it's also got a really nice battle effect that shifts all attack and defenses around, and he's 26. Those are the 7 options, and for my 6s to round up the synchros, I play White Aura Dolphin, Starless Charge Warrior, and Red Wyvern. Aura Dolphin is actually quite nice level 6. It's a level 6, first off. All these are level 6s which have benefits because then we can use them for Synchro with Red Resonator through Synchro Call to go into our Red Dragon Archfiend. But White Aura Dolphin has a nice little effect where in combination with Scarlight you can take a monster that won't be killed by Scarlight down by halving its attack points, so then Scarlight can pop both. And it's just a nice little first turn synchro to go into, because if it dies it can revive itself, and it becomes a level, it becomes a tuner which in this deck profile at the current point in time isn't really an option, a benefit, because we can't synchro with our level 3s to go into a level 9s, because we don't play any generic level 9s, but it is an option for you guys if you play any level 2 generic monsters. I guess you can synchro at max C, but that's the thing. Charged Warrior is just a standard good level 6 synchro, draws you a card on summon, and Red Wyvern against Jack Cat, this card. It's just a fan card that I personally picked. Just as another nice first turn synchro to go into. They summon anything higher than him and you can just pop them. But that's the deck. Other options I just want to throw out there for you guys are, as I mentioned before, Calamity and Tyrant. But there's also Brionac and Coral Dragon if you want to go down those routes. Brionac is actually probably one of the better ones, and you probably swap Red Wyvern for it. And Coral, you could probably swap White Owl Dolphin for it. But again, it's all up to you. The extra deck is really up to you. But the ones that you're going to really be playing are these. I suggest these at the very least. These are ones you should be playing, because these are your red dragons. These are the best red dragons. These are the ones you're going to be summoning the most. Your double Scarlights, your hot red, your 2 abysses, and your Bane. And that's the deck. Hope you all enjoyed it. I've been working on this a lot of time. A long time. It's my first ever synchro deck. It's my favourite synchro deck. And it's just something I'm always working on and always trying to make better until we get Red Rising Dragon from the OCG. This is how I'm personally going to be playing Red Dragon Archfiends until that point in time, and the whole deck will be changed again. But again, hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe if you do. Again, any questions down below, no matter what it is, texts, ideas, any questions you want for it, any deck ideas you want me to do, any questions you want me to do, anything like that, post them down in the comments below. I always take a look at them, and I'll get back to you, whether it's through the Zephyr Wargames Facebook page. You can find me on there, message you personally, or if you just want to post in the comments below, I'll keep checking them and I'll always get back to you. So again, like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, as always, happy dueling.
If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.